Welcome back. So today we are talking about fat loss starts on Monday. So we all know that food prep is one of the most important things that you need to get done to set yourself up for success. So imagine two scenarios. Before we begin and get into the 6 habits that I have for you today, I want you to imagine two scenarios. One being you have gone to the store, you've planned out your food, you've come home, you've cooked everything, packaged it all up in containers, and everything is ready to grab and go throughout the week. You feel pretty good about that, right? You feel accomplished, you feel set up for success, you feel like I am gonna go into this week and I'm gonna win. There's nothing that's gonna stop me, right? You also know that it makes it much easier in moments of temptation to go out to eat or go to lunch with your coworkers to say no, or maybe next week, because you've already set yourself up. You've brought lunch, you're there, it's part of your plan, this is towards your goals, and it's just so much easier not to fall into that temptation of derailing because you have the food there versus not having the food there, right? So in the other scenario, imagine that you didn't plan anything, prep anything, you're starving, you're like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna eat myself. I am so hungry. And there's nothing in the house that's either on your plan or you don't have anything made readily available to you. Maybe in this scenario, you're also out of protein powder or protein bars. And so what happens? You instantly turn to, I'm just gonna run through the drive-thru, or I'll just grab something really quick and I'll get to the grocery store later. And then your day gets away from you because life is hectic, right? And the day gets away, and then the next thing you know, you still haven't gone to the grocery store and it's time for your next meal, or it's time for you to feed your family and you don't have any of the things on hand, so you end up ordering pizza or, making another poor decision. You get my point here, right? But you also don't feel in control. You almost feel that defeated, stressed out. Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Now it's already Monday night and the week is just going to spiral from here. I don't have time to get to the grocery store, right? So you don't feel planned, you don't feel set up for success. You already feel stressed out and almost defeated. And so that's when you start to throw your hands up and say, forget it, I'll start next Monday. Trust me, I've been there. So today I have 6 habits for you that's gonna help you not only start each week set up for success, but it's also gonna help you make this a lifestyle, okay? So first, I want you to think about this powerful statement. And that statement is strategy trumps willpower. So if you are in one of those scenarios where your coworkers ask you to go out to lunch and gosh, they're ordering from your favorite restaurant, it would be so good, it's only one meal, and I don't bring anything for work to lunch today anyway, so okay, I'll go out to eat. Well, you've just lost your willpower, and you lost your willpower because you had no strategy. You had no strategy to keep you on track throughout the week. So your hardest workout of the entire week is going to be meal prep. And this is going to be every single week for the rest of your life. Now, I'll be the first one to tell you, does every single week meal prep happens like full force in the kitchen? No. We have things that go on the weekend, right? We've got family events, we've got different things. But going back to my previous statement about strategy, you have to have a plan in place and be prepared for those events. So maybe every Sunday I don't get 2 hours in the kitchen to get all of my food prepped and put, portion nicely into the various containers, but I have at least made it a point to go to the grocery store, buy the foods that I need, have it on hand. Sometimes I'll buy easier things, such as sliced turkey breasts or pre-made hummus or different things like that would be a little bit easier. Of course, bagged salads are also a great option, and then I always carry my protein or a few different types of protein powders, as well as a couple of bars in the cupboard, just because I know there will be moments where we're on the run and we didn't have things, that's fully prepped as a meal, so I need a snack or something quick to stay on track towards my goals. Okay, so strategy trumps willpower. So today, here's how you're going to set yourself up to strategize every single week. And hopefully these will help you making this a lifelong journey. It's not just about this program for the 6 weeks. It's really about how do you set yourself up for success and continue this for the rest of your life and continue to teach your family, your kids, your husband, whoever's in your household with you, okay? So the first one, which you've already gotten the understanding of, is that you have to plan, shop, and prep your food, right? That's gonna be the first habit that I want you to focus on. And you're gonna think about one meal at a time. So if you think about your smoothies for the morning, or you think about your lunches, simple salads, easy things to go, then you think about your dinner. Okay, that's a little more flexible because you're at home, so you can kind of do like an a la minute dinner at home. That would be fine too. But the most important thing is that you've planned, you've shopped, and you've prepped majority of your food so that it's easier to eat it throughout the week and not have to spend an hour in the kitchen making each meal, okay? The second thing is that you're gonna focus on having protein at every meal. You've already become accustomed to that, so we want you to continue that. Whether it's in the form of a shake or a protein bar or simply another source of protein, whether it be animal or plant-based protein, we want you to have some protein at every single meal. The third one here is that you want to have healthy fats at most meals. So here's the trick. Pay attention to the times that you get hungry, or you're the hungriest after a meal. So let's say you have a salad with chicken and chicken and vegetables, right? And you've got either a balsamic vinaigrette or you've got Walden Farms dressing of some sort. There's really no healthy fat. There's no olive oil there's no avocado, there's no hemp, chia, flax seeds. So you feel hungrier a few hours after. But then the next day you add half avocado to that and you feel sustainably full throughout the afternoon, right? So that's where I want you to pay attention to the meals that you get hungrier quicker after, and then add some good healthy fats to that meal. And remember, your healthy fat is the size of your thumb. If I'm looking at an avocado, it's usually 1/4 avocado, 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And then if I'm doing 2, it would be 2 thumbs, half avocado, 2 tablespoons, right? Same goes for almond butter, things like that. The fourth one here is quality carbs. So you want to first prioritize your vegetables, your fruit, and then your sweet potato, quinoa, brown rice. All of your carbs should be coming from quality sources. They should not be starchy breads, baked goods, things like that. Those are empty calories and they will not keep you full, and they have no nutritional value. So you want to make sure that you're eating quality carbs. The next one is that you should be journaling your food, whether you write it down on a piece of paper, you write it in MyFitnessPal, you write it in another app of some sort, or you just keep it in a little journal and you review it with your nutrition or accountability coach. The important thing here is that we have to be able to look at your past week or past 2 weeks and make changes as necessary. And we can't do that unless we see a journal and we can actually review what you ate, what times you ate them, when your workouts were, and kind of start to strategize there. Okay? It's important. Journaling is so important. And whether it's for your coach or whether it's just for you to be able to look back and say, oh, I remember when I felt really good during this time, or I fell off the bandwagon here, we can look back and also identify triggers that cause you to fall off the bandwagon, and then again, strategize to help you get back on. And lastly, I want you to focus on eating slow. So every meal should be about 15 minutes, and I want you to eat to 80% full. So if you're full, don't force feed yourself. There are going to be days that you're hungrier than others. There's also going to be times that you're hungrier than others. For me, I work out early in the morning, so I'm hungrier earlier in the day because my body is still revved up, my metabolism is going, I'm repairing myself from the damage that I did in the gym to my muscles, things like that, right? Now later in the evening, I don't have a huge dinner because I'm simply not hungry. Flip-flop that. On days I don't work out in the morning and I work out in the afternoon, I have a larger dinner because I feel hungrier afterwards, right? Some people don't feel hungry after workouts, and that's okay. My main point here is that you eat to 80% full, you take time, slow it down, ideally without distractions, right? So you know, and I know, we're most of the time attached to our cell phone, right? Or someone's texting us, maybe the, TV is going, or you're watching a TV show and it's just hand to mouth and you don't even realize. Okay, so two things happen there. Your brain isn't making the connection to your stomach that you're full. Like, those signals already take 20 minutes. But by the time you get finished, you're like, oh, did I even eat that? Like, make the connection, savor your food, slow down, enjoy it, and then stop when you are 80% full. And then I have my bonus habit. And I think this is very important because as women along this journey, we're going to deal with different things such as hormone imbalances, the time of the month, our menstrual cycles. Of course, there's the added stress of life, whether it comes from work or family or children or your spouse, whatever that looks like, okay? We need to take some time each day to reflect and write down what we're thankful for. So I keep a little gratitude journal, and I would keep it by your bedside. You could just simply write down one thing that you're thankful for that day. You know what? And going back to the beginning of this video, if it's one meal, you conquered breakfast this morning and you didn't, have a bad snack because you had a great breakfast and you felt good, be thankful for that. That is a step. That is a piece of progress for you. Whatever it is that you are thankful for that day, just write it down, keep a gratitude journal, and watch how that unfolds throughout your journey. So that's all I have for you today. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'll see you soon.